Good morning. Okay, I'm not real sure what's good about it. It's cold, it's raining, and it's early. I have had coffee. I didn't bring any with me purposely because it would just get cold and frustrate me. Um, this is the endless winter. And it's not even winter, it's just crap weather. you know. There's a lot blooming on my property, and that makes me happy. But they are predicting possible little snow pellets, and temps in the 30, and the peach tree is in full bloom. It should not affect it, but year after year after year, we end up with lovely blooms, peaches forming, and then nothing. You know. It's part of living in a valley. We do have hills all around us. We are in the bottom of the bowl, and cold air sinks, warm air rises. Warm air rises is the one everybody traditionally knows, but the cold air does sink, and it does make it very hard. Had no clue about that when I was a greenhorn and bought this place 30 some years ago. Tried many, many years to grow things, and pretty much have given up now. And things just survive as they survive. Anyway, I said in my Discord that I needed the soothing, calming effect of spinning today. We are in the midst of a tiny, minor crisis that is requiring a lot of discussion and thought on our part. We have a house in Florida that was my mother's. It's a mobile home in a mobile home park community, and they had a horrendous hailstorm last night around 6:30. Golf ball size hail fell for an extended period of time. Everybody was that I talked to has had damage. Our house down there has damage. One window is broken, and the screened-in porch has holes in the screening. Looks like baseballs were thrown through the screen. Somebody just hit. Oh, and okay, sorry. I have my phone with me in case I get phone calls from neighbors. So that was my phone going off. That was a junk call. Anyway, we're up in the air. First of all, I have to do some phoning with the insurance company, but we really don't know what it's going to cost to fix. So I just basically got to find out what our deductible is. And then we have to decide whether we want to go down right away and have hubby try and fix it himself, or, wait a couple weeks, see if we can figure out if other people can fix it. I unfortunately think that the first one's going to happen, because hubby is not going to just say, you fix it, without being there and without knowing the person, without looking at it himself, right? He's not familiar with this house as much as I am. I also know that Mom dealt with this for years. She was always having somebody work on the house. She's got a black book, and stupidly, I left it down there. These are people she would call to do things, and so that I kind of need that information too. I don't know. We're thinking and talking, and it's in that endless question but no answers yet phase. And fortunately, I don't think there's any other damage, although I do have the lawn mowing man going to take a look at the outside of the house extensively, because he feels that us probably we have some siding. It hit one side, and I don't know which way it came from, but the entire side of the house it hit. Fortunately, it's the side that has the least amount of the actual mobile home exposed. It has a carport, it has a screened-in porch, and it has a utility room, right? There's some siding on there, but we are very, very lucky that it came from that direction and didn't hit the side of the house that it would have been the entire siding of the mobile home. Second thing we're very lucky about is we do have the kind of roof they recommend that is rubber. It has a mat underneath it that kind of makes it springy. It's stretched over there just like you would cover a bowl of food and put in the fridge, right? It's stretched over there, and to our understanding, there wasn't a lot of effect on the roof because that takes really strong winds, and there was winds strong enough to throw these hail through the screening and against the house, but evidently the roof's okay. We still don't know 100%, and I need to call the roofing company and say, can you do an inspection? How much is that? Hubby doesn't want me to. He thinks they'll find something wrong, but the roof isn't that old, so I don't know. We're talking about that too. All of this has led me to be unfocused on anything else but that, so I can spin and not have to focus. And then I'm going to apply what I spun on Sunday afternoon and start spinning some more of it because I have another ball. It's sitting right back there behind me. Anyway, if I do get a phone call, more than likely I will close the stream. Second of all, my last stream got disconnected, and I was so close. I was over the 2 hours. I just didn't bother. But it was like I didn't get to say goodbye. It felt really weird. And I put a goodbye in the Discord, but so few of you are on the Discord, right? That, yeah, it just poofed. But that's the nature of Twitch. It does happen. It hasn't happened to me for a while, but it did happen. It was not a storm or anything here, but it could have been an internet glitch where it burped and reset itself, and we just never knew. So, yeah, unfortunately, I just said, oh, well, and here I am today. So if it happens, it kind of depends on how long I've been on, whether I'll come back. And if something comes up that is related to the Florida house problem, I will probably say goodbye and deal with that. So let's go to the spinning wheel. There we go. Back on the Roberta, which I really wish I could ply on the Aura, but I don't think I will. Hello! Look at you giving us the spam. All right. I don't think that we can report you. Oh, gee. You want me to give you a sub? I always forget how to do this. Fortunately, I don't get too many of these. Maybe it's... No. There it is. Huh. I should have copied the link, but I didn't. I'll just put selling viewers. All right. There we go. Let's see now if I clear the chat. Oh, hang on, Kay. I'm going to clear the chat. You couldn't see it, but I got a spam thing. So I just cleared the chat. So say hello again, please. Welcome. Good morning. How are you today? No problem. There we go. I like seeing your name up there. What are you doing today? Playing on that pretty fiber? That's what I'm doing. I'm playing. This is what I spun the other day, so I'm going to play it. I wasn't going, I really did think I was going to do some cross stitching this morning, but I don't got the brain to focus on that today. So I'm doing brainless work. Where's the end here? Hang on, I can't find the end on the little bobbin. It should be right there. There it is. Nope. There we go. Gonna go vote? Vote? Oh yeah. Figure out how to get your car fixed and then get to apply. But first you're having some tea. Very wise choice. First the coffee or tea, then you do the things. Mine's turning out sometimes. I have the coffee and seldom have tea. I drink tea in the afternoon. But I have the coffee and then I don't do the things. Hubby and I are both very frustrated because of the cold, rainy weather. We are, well, the grass needs mowed. We are so ready to get out and do this yard work, and it's just not cooperating at all. Okay, I don't need this towel while I'm applying. I just need that when I'm working with the fiber because it's so dirty. There we go. Let's see here. Let's get this fixed. There we go. Wow, look how it's jumping the bobbin. Jumping all the way. I hate when it does that. It's because it's going so fast. I'll go cover it up here. I need to move it more frequently. Boy, that was a big clump that went through. Cover that up. So unfortunately, I was just talking about there was damage at my mom's house in Florida in a hailstorm, and we were talking about when we have to go and all of that, and the possibility of canceling going to Greencastle is on the table. even hubby doesn't want to do it, but I don't know a time frame of how soon we have to get down to Florida. Greencastle being, we would go on the 15th. If we can wait till after the 15th, it would mean coming home and going right away to Florida. Man, I hate leaving to go to Florida again, leaving my cat again. This is frustrating. I'm not a dog person, but seriously, if we had a dog as a pet, it would travel with us. As much trouble as that is sometimes. But Newman is not a traveler. The cat generally aren't travelers. He would be miserable at my mom's house because he couldn't go outside. And I hate leaving him. Alright, a little more pull in, a little less speed. I'm getting just a tad too much twist. Although I think it'll come out in the wash. I think it'll settle out pretty good in the wash here when I wash the skein. Boy, I have a lot of skeins to wash. That's another thing on my to-do list I haven't gotten to forever. When I first retired, I got up and did something fiber related every day. I washed stuff, I processed fiber, I spun. I don't do that anymore. The only thing I do is spinning on the stream. Catching up on other stuff that I said I'd do on retirement. Yeah, there is no quick trip. It's 4 days, two to go down, 2 to come back, right off the top. I can figure out by calling. First thing to do is call the insurance company. We'll have a deductible, I'm sure. Next thing is to try and figure out whether the repairs... That's the hard part. Oh, there we go. Sorry. I have my phone with me just in case. That was spam, too. That's all I get when I have my phone with me. Spam calls. Anyway, that's the biggest problem. We can't figure out if hubby fixes stuff, it's going to take him time. And if we just call, somebody up and say, please fix our screen room, he's not real comfortable with that. Not being there to see what they're doing. This is the best scenario, I guess. I'm talking out loud. I'm thinking out loud. Best scenario, I guess, is to convince him that we need to have somebody do it, call and arrange for a date, so that if there's a wait period, we can be down there during the wait, wait the wait period and then be down there. So it's going to take some phone calling, I guess. And I am sure everybody in that community park where their home has some sort of damage. So there's going to be a lot of people trying to get stuff done. In a pretty... It's a moderate size. Sebring is a moderate size town. It has a lot of businesses. But people have their favorites, and the way they get their favorites is they ask their neighbor, right? And the neighbor says, well, this guy did a really good job for me, and then all of a sudden this guy gets all the work and nobody gets anything done because he's so busy. Truly, if my husband hadn't had his stroke, it was my plan for us to retire, move to Florida, put him to work as a handyman down there, and enjoy our semi-retirement for a while. But that didn't work. It didn't work the way we wanted. As he always is fond of saying, I'm very quick, and it's very quick and easy for me to find work for him. I made a mistake one time, years and years and years ago. Hubby and I had been together for a number of years. I knew what he could do. He worked on things at the house. Went to see my aunt, it would have been my dad's sister, who was up in years, and she was meeting hubby for the first time, and I just casually says, oh yes, he can fix anything. And she says, really? Well, I have this grandfather clock. Well, okay, not everything. So I'm a little more careful now, saying he can fix anything. Learn my lesson. Boy, there's a lot of vegetable matter in this. And I am not picking it out. Now I'm going to regret it when I'm knitting. I think I should have been picking more. So this skein of yarn now officially has the name of Rustic Blues. Although Farmyard Blues would be just as apt. Wonder how many bobbins this is going to take. I don't like playing on the Roberta. Oh, it's quick and easy. I love that part. And just, bobbins aren't big enough. I've said this before, I know. Well, at least I picked the right thing. This is definitely mindless. Boy, there is huge number of hits. All right. Oh, all right. That didn't. I didn't copy the right thing. God. Oh my gosh, you should see the cars. Oh, that's just one car. Okay. That's a bad sight anyway. Okay. I apologize for all the ads. But it has a good video. It's from ABC Action News. Gosh, that one hail is amazing. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, so there's a good video of it though. We seldom get hail here in Kentucky, or here in this area where I'm at anyway. It's very rare, you know, maybe once every couple years, and they're not big. They're your standard size, what I always call standard size hail, where they look like a cherry, maybe less, smaller. It is amazing, isn't it? That car damage. Oh my gosh. You know, the people I talked to last night about it, they were, you could tell in their voice, they were so scared and upset, and, you know, kept saying it didn't seem like it was ever going to stop. That's what happens when you live in a metal house, especially if you have a metal roof. But, you know, if you oh my gosh, the sound alone would be maddening. While I think about it, I'm going to send this link to my daughter. What am I doing here? Hit the wrong thing. Okay. Sorry about this, Kay. I'll be back in a sec. I know you can see me, but I'm typing a email to my daughter. All right. I'm back. Thanks for your patience. And I think that's all I have on my mind about it right now. So So I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with the rest of my day. Things I know we need to do, but it may not be today, is another trip into town to get things for the mower. I forget exactly what. Must be a filter, because hubby needs to go to AutoZone. And some phoning. But after that, I can try to decide if I want to do some knitting on a sock, work upstairs, which actually I haven't done for quite a while. It's been a while. Oh, this is a Trinky bobbin. Filling it full. Make one pass here and that'll be it. I think I'll save working upstairs till I have a whole day, which would be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Phone's ringing. Not my cell phone, the landline. Oh, and it's okay. It's junk. Well, I can tell I'm going to get this on 2 bobbins. That's good. This is looks like more than half done on the singles. All right. As much as I hate smaller skeins, a lot of times when I do this, I tie the when I'm winding it off on the 2-yard nitty knotty. I just tie the ends from one bobbin to the other, and keep it as one skein with a join in it. Oh, that's cushy. That is so cushy. It's pretty. I don't know what I'm going to make out of it. It's very pretty, though. Thank you. I think so too. I'm just sitting here thinking that if I did something real quick, that would be shawl-like. And I'd have to get the other ball spun and plied this week, but just a garter stitch, real quick. I think it'd be pretty and warm, and I might even have a few times I'd wear it yet this year. My problem with knitting is I always tend to want to do the complicated patterns. The lace shawls and, of course, the socks and stuff like that. I forget how nice it is just to do mindless one end to the other knitting. Especially because right now hubby and I are in the evenings have been trying to catch up on some of the stuff that we recorded series. We like the series Bowl, which is the lawyer. This is too fast. I need to slow it down. Do a little more pulling. We're catching up on those. I have a really bad habit of recording series and then not really watching them. So we're kind of working on that. And, that's what I need. This kind of knitting project. Now, I could start with this yarn. I don't have to wait for the other to be done. I'm in the mood to knit it. What size needles do we need? Maybe an 8. Have you ever noticed how many projects take size 7 needles? I have always found that really interesting. I suppose it's because people are not knitting with lace weight or real bulky, right? That is your standard DK worsted weight that you buy, Red Heart, and that kind of stuff. Do you know, I have never really, I can't remember crocheting with my hand spun, a big project. I never have. And there is something in my mind that I seem to remember saying that you should spin yarn for crochet a different way than your standard knitting yarn. Is that a thing? You heard that, Kate? I could ask on Discord. I could Google it, I guess. I like knitted fabric. When the yarn is rustic like this, I like it knitted better than crocheted. But crocheting bulky yarn is fun. Yeah, 7s and 8s are... I never can find any. It's like... I don't remember having that many works in progress. Where are they? In fact, I know I don't know. I must just not have... I have straights. I don't have circulars. Excuse me. I think I have 1/7 circular. I would like this to be good size. I think I might go as high as a 9 or 10, a 9 or... I don't like knitting much with bigger than 10s though. Have you ever noticed that too? It's hard on your hands. I forget what it was. What was I making recently? Can't remember. I was using big straights. Some of this stuff is sharp. This vegetable matter. Good grief. It's like a little... Oh, that doesn't show at all. That's like a little spear. You spin counterclockwise and ply clockwise. It's easier for crochet. I've got some I spun that way. I should give to my crochet friend and see what she thinks. It has something to do with the untwisting that crochet happens with crochet, doesn't it? I think it'd be easy to find out on Google. And I'm sure I read it somewhere in maybe my spinning books, you know. I think it would matter more if you're doing thin. Interweave has an article. Bag was made with the yarn Spun S and Plied Z. Will be featured in the fall 2010 issue of Spin-Off. When you knit or crochet, you add or subtract little bits of twist while you're working. It's just part of the process that happens whether you're aware of it or not. This little bit of added or subtracted twist will change the character of the yarn. Okay. Maggie spun nearly identical yarns. One was spun counterclockwise, called S, and plied clockwise, a Z twist, and another was spun the opposite. Margaret crocheted coasters from the yarns to test the effect of the twist in the crochet. The yarn and coaster on the left, and I don't really have the picture, are spun S and plied Z. That's exactly what you just said. Yeah. Okay, well. She does find a lot of yarn that's splitty when she crochet. That doesn't bother me when you knit. But are you talking commercial? I find a lot of yarn, commercial yarn, splits. The sock yarn is really bad that way. Oh, come on, quit. Yeah, there we go. All right. So there is a list around here somewhere. I got to add to it. Spin crochet. Okay, add to list. So I'm making a note for my list. List of spinning to do. Spin crochet. And then crochet something. Yeah, commercial. The sock yarn, when I was, working on these socks for Sock Madness, it was driving me crazy how much it would split. In fact, it would affect my stitch count sometimes, right? I would end up with the stitch count off, which, fortunately, because we were doing patterns, I'd catch right away. The pattern wouldn't work out like it was supposed to, so I'd go back and look and find where a stitch had separated enough on the needle that I picked up each strand and knit it, or whatever, purled it mostly. We were purling the one I was doing. Almost done. I'm stopping more now. I really am working on pulling out the vegetable matter. I have to start thinking about spinning. I've just been spinning whatever to empty my fiber basket, whatever's around. But I need to start specifically thinking about what I want to spin for State Fair skeins. One has to be 100% merino. I know that. One has to be wool. It can be dyed or plain, regular. Another is like a bamboo, or it's natural fibers like bamboo, cotton, hemp, anything that grows like that. And then the fourth that I always enter is commercial fiber, like soy silk or something like that. Silk is the other choice too for the, instead of bamboo. Silk is another choice. So when I am upstairs, I will go through and find the fiber for those categories, and it's always about 2 ounces. The skein has to be 2 ounces. I generally spin 4 and skein it off, so that I have the closer to the 2 ounces. But I have a minimum of 2 ounce requirement, which means I just spin it on the Roberta. Oh, I'm at the end. I don't need the leader in this. There we go. Let's cut it off right there. A little bit left on the other bobbin, but that's not bad. Not bad. I'm going to split this with my scales. So it's second ball. Work over here on the table behind me for a minute. Well, that's glary. Weigh this whole thing first. I already did once, but I think it's 4. I don't know where I put it. Very close. 3.95. So let's go for around 2 ounces. Yeah, my Lazy Kate does have tension cord. I don't use it. It has it. In fact, my bobbins are on the wrong way. Oops. Let me get this in the... There we go. So, the Lazy Kate, or the tensioning, is not in the screen yet. Hold on a minute. I am not real fond of tensioning. But if I'm doing thinner yarn, it is actually very good. Okay, so I'll try and get this in the camera. This is the spring. The thread runs over where your bobbin has the groove, and down here is just a tightener or loosener. And gosh, I cannot remember where I got this. I mean, I bought it at a fiber fair, but I think it may be a Magicraft. I mean, no, it's not a Magicraft. Huh. I think I bought it from. There it is. It's a Kromsky. Well, that's the wire. Okay, this is. Where's the. This is the Woolery. $69. There it is. You just figured out what it's for? uh, That's funny. I don't have a Kromsky wheel. Like I said, I went to a fiber fair. I'm pretty sure the Woolery was there. They usually are. And I just really, I had the one from Ashford that I don't like at all. It's the upright with the 3 wires. The thing won't basically, the bobbin spread it's just not tight enough. It's so loose that it doesn't function real good. So I was like, I want another Lazy Kate. Wow, but that was years ago. I will say that's kind of one thing that's nice. Well, it's good and bad. There's always good and bad, but it's good and bad because you may like it really, really well and it lasts real long and you don't have to replace it, and that's a good thing about spinning tools because that's often true. They last a long time and you don't have to replace them. On the other hand, if you don't like what you bought, then, or it doesn't do what you thought it was going to do, you end up selling it to somebody else. That's not enough. Boy, this is really compacted. It's so funny. Can you see both these balls? Okay, this is the one I bought that I'm taking off of. It's 2.1 ounces. This one is 1.8 because I wind it so loose. They really packed that in there. Alrighty, I am going to take that as my separation. Okay, stretch break, water break. Oh man, oh, I am still having trouble with my shoulder. It's getting better. Yeah, the thing that you talk about, the lazy Kates, and you get that black back, it and then goes back. I hate that, and that is when I'm getting that. That's when I start tensioning, um, because you have to. Uh, you have to get it to continuously flow at a nice rate to be good. Good plying. We went to get groceries yesterday, and we went outside, and my neighbor has cows. He has 6 calves right now, and he had opened the field that directly adjoins. We share the fence, right? It directly joins our um, part of that property. Our property directly adjoins him there, and the cows are right next to the fence. That's what I'm trying to say. And we went out. We were going to. Uh, we were going to get groceries. We went out and got in the car, started driving down the lane, and these baby calves, they're all lined up, staring at us through the fence. Right, the car, they're not staring at us, they're staring at the car, right? And they watch it, and then we get a little further down the lane, so they start running, like they're racing us. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. I was like laughing. Like, what is that? That's a big cow. Is that a big cow? Oh, I love the baby cows. I hate it when they aren't there anymore because I know they got sold. You know, I do believe that he sells them to other people, not directly to the slaughterhouse for veal. I think other people raise, a cow or two for a side of beef, and that's who he sells to. But they are so cute. You got a big tangle at one point, and that was no fun to fix. Yeah. I get that when I'm at the end of a bobbin and I wrap it around my, I make a center pole ball to ply from, and I put it around my fingers. Inevitably, by the end of it, it's just, I am fighting getting tangles. Somebody is blasting. Probably not nearby, but we can hear it. And it's rumbling the ground when they blast. Where did I see it? Okay. Go over the hill, one of the hills, one way. They were working in one area, and they had a blasting zone sign. That must be it. That must be where we're hearing it from. I saw that Friday when I went to stay with my grandson. Oh my gosh, I have another. Want to be famous? All right. Wish there was a way to delete a chat. Only way I can do it is to. Huh. My gosh. There's a whole bunch of viewers that have probably no real account. I don't know. Okay. Kay, I have a question. I just cleared the chat. Now, that doesn't clear it out of your chat, does it? Or does it? I mean, I really don't want those links in the VODs, the video on demand. The only way I know to get them out of there is to clear the chat. Of course, I could clear the chat at the end of the chat. After I could do that. I wouldn't necessarily have to do it right now, although I already have. It does? Okay. See, I definitely want to make sure I do that. If there were more people chatting than just you, I probably wouldn't clear it. But it's unfortunate that I can't just delete the one. I can report it and I can block him. But can't clear it out of the chat without clearing the chat that I know of. You think there's a way? There's got to be, because I'm looking at it says hide deleted message from chat entirely. But there's got to be a way to. Well, it happens automatically. It went. Yeah. It doesn't go away when I ban it. It does not even get encrypted or scribbled out or anything like that. It's still there in its completeness. Block terms and phrases, no. Permitted. Alright, banned, evasion, detection. Potential ban evaders will be detected and flagged. I got that. Ban chatters is a list. Block hyperlinks. Okay, if I turn that on, I can't put any of my links in. Oh, well, no, it won't. Automatic. Oh, here, I can turn this on, I think. Automatically delete posted URLs except for ones posted by you, moderators, admin, and VIPs. So, unfortunately, my chatters can't put a link on if I put that on. I can do follower only. I have that off, but okay. I can't get out of this. Oh my gosh, I can't get out of this moderation screen. Can't see the chat. Oh my goodness. Is there something up here? Huh. I can't get out of this screen. And you can't help me because I can't see you. Oh, good grief. There's got to be a way. Oh, back to Twitch. There we go. No, that's Twitch. Oh my gosh.
I'm adding sound effects. I can't help it. But see, there you go. Just like that, I was able to change the overall flow of the level from something very open and frenetic to some place where I have cover, where I can pick up a weapon and really try to control the situation. And I did that using procedural tools that are already included with Lyra. Now, of course, we're not limited to that. We have the entire Epic Games ecosystem. We have the Marketplace, we have Sketchfab, we have Quixel Bridge, there's even ArtStation. And you can bring in content from those and really make Lyra look like anything you want it to be. So here's a